Hey, good morning. It's Donna Payne. It is Sunday morning. Today is September 18th or 19th or something like that. And I'm headed to church. And I thought I would talk with you a little bit about fear. Fear is not something you think about all that much, consciously thinking about it. The reason I wanted to talk about this is I'm embarking on a new part of my life, a new project that I'm taking on, and I'm very, very, very excited about it. It's called the CASA program, C-A-S-A. Oh, here comes the curve. We gotta lean around the curve. Okay, I love the curve. Anyway, the CASA program, C-A-S-A, which stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate. And what a CASA does is a CASA is a volunteer. It's not a paid position, but it's a volunteer who stands up for foster children. And it's kind of a big deal. Oh, there's my neighbor, Mrs. Johnson. Hi, Mrs. Johnson. Okay. Anyway, a CASA looks out for foster children. Say, for example, there's a child who is removed from the home due to whatever reason, abuse, neglect, a myriad of different things, and that child is placed into a foster home. Well, the social worker is obviously overwhelmed, and their caseload is just huge, 30, 40, 50 children, and so they don't have the time to look into the circumstances and the living conditions and really be able to follow up with that foster child. The attorney obviously can't do that, and the judge is unable to do that. So what happens is in some areas, counties, the judge has created what's called a CASA program, and that person volunteers to keep an eye and speak for the child. What happens is I will go through a month-long training, and I will, once I get through all that, be assigned a child or children. If it's, one child in the family, if there are 3 children in the family, I get all of them. So it's one case, and I'm going to run this light. Hang on. Okay, nobody saw me. Anyway. And what I will be is the person who speaks for the child. I will stay with that child, whether they stay in one foster home or if they go through a couple of different foster homes. I shudder to think of that experience, but it's probably can and will happen. But I am the person who checks in on the child several times a month. I make sure that they are thriving in the environment that they're in with their foster parents. I will do some background checks on people to make sure that they are doing what they say they're going to be doing, or things like that, to make sure that this child is cared for. It's just a freaking awesome thing. I'm so excited to be doing this. It's something I feel very passionately about, and I just can't wait to get started with it. I will, of course, be bringing you more videos about this. But anyway, what does this have to do with fear? You're probably wondering. Okay, I shared my new adventure with a friend of mine, and my friend immediately became very defensive and guarded, and was afraid that I would become too involved with the child, not remain objective, and God knows, even bring harm to myself or my family. I have 2 daughters. So coming from that place of fear really concerns me. But, there are obviously other issues below the surface with my friend that I don't even know about that would cause her to react that way. And so by explaining the desire to become a CASA with my friend, who in fear reacted the way she did, brings great concern for others who also may be living in fear and not really know it, if that makes sense. Perhaps the way that you think about situations and perspectives and how you move on about your life. Are you Is there something from your past that is haunting you that you're not able to get past, that puts you in a place of fear? You're afraid to grow. You're afraid to move forward. Fear can immobilize you, if you haven't figured that out already. You might even ask yourself, what is the opposite of fear? You know, if I'm in this place of fear, what's the opposite? Well, empowerment is also the opposite of fear. And how does one become empowered? Love helps you become empowered, if that makes sense. You might want to think about that for a second. The opposite of fear is love. The opposite of day is night. The opposite of black is white. You know, healed, unhealed. Everything that there is has a polar opposite. So by not living in fear, you are living in love and being empowered. And when you're empowered, you feel like you can do anything. And I mean anything. There's nothing that can stop you. So talking about being in fear, and this can affect every bit of your life, whether it's your business, whether it's your family, whether it's dealing with your own demons inside your head, with your work, with your job. Are you afraid of your employer? Are you afraid of your spouse? Are you afraid, God, there's so many things. It can apply anywhere in your life. Are you afraid of moving forward in your business? Are you afraid that if you try this new venture, or afraid if you send that new email message that you might get rejected? Well, hell yes, you're going to get rejected. It's just part of the game. It's part of the law of the universe. I mean, for every action there is an opposite reaction. So by being empowered and just doing it, moving forward and going ahead with your life, yes, you are going to encounter some adverse reactions. But you know what? Those adverse reactions are only going to be as bad as you let them be. It all depends on how you respond, how you handle the situation. Georgia spilt milk the other day at dinner. And it wasn't just regular milk. It was the strawberry, syrupy, sticky milk, And it could have been a small, minor disaster and complete chaos, and it left everyone stressed out. But no, immediately, it was a matter of jumping into action, saying, okay, no biggie. It's just milk. Let's get something to clean it up, and we're done. Your response and how you respond to certain situations dictates how your life is going to move forward. So I know I'm getting deep here, and I'm all over the place, but this topic on my way to church today was about fear, and just to maybe bring someone out there to the awareness of living in fear, that they are living in fear. Maybe just stop and think, good grief, am I being afraid of something that's not even real anymore? Am I afraid of something that happened 10, 20, 30 years ago that won't and can't ever affect me again? Is that something I need to put to bed, put to rest? Do I need to forgive? Oh, forgiveness, that is so hard. That is so hard. People, God, you say the word forgive, they absolutely flip out and say, Jesus, God, I can't forgive, I'll never forget, and they hurt me, and oh my God, Did you ever notice that damaged people damage people? Yeah, it happens. God, I wish everyone could be empowered. I wish everyone could come from a place of love and not fear. Hey, guess where I'm at? I'm at church. So, now that I'm here, I'm on duty today. I get to go in and MC with the kids, and it's huge fun, and I just love it. See, I'm here at Crossroads. There's Crossroads, my church. Oop, there's a yellow car. Okay. Anyway, so, let me run around here and get in. And you know what? I might even bring you some more video of me and the kids. That would be fun. This is Donna Payne, the web coach, talking to you about fear. Went a little deep. Didn't mean to, but somebody must need to hear it. And I'm out for a little bit. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.